Penny. Good morning. I think I got it all down now. There was 5 things: the awning, the cat, the water, the sewer, the tire chocks, and now the levelers in the back. I need to write all this down. I think I'm good to go. We are leaving this campgrounds now and moving on to the next one. We're heading up to the south coast of Alabama now. By the way, good morning. So this is going to be a nice segment. I'm looking forward to the south coast, well, the Panhandle, Pensacola, Destin, that area. Never driven that before, always wanted to. Looks like it's going to be about a 4.5, probably closer to a 5-hour trip. And the only reason I think so is because of the traffic of these little towns. So I'm gonna get going. Gonna miss this place. Again, I can't remember where the hell I am. I'm in Port St. Joe. I'll put the name of the RV park right here. It was really a great place. Like I said yesterday, or in the last episode, the couple I spoke to last night comes down here for like 60 days out of the year. So, all right, let's hit the road. You can't drive the van, man. So I'm on a stretch of the Panhandle, the Florida Panhandle, that I've been really looking forward to taking this drive for a while. I came up here, well, a little irrelevant backstory. I took my daughter up to see a friend in Tallahassee, I don't know, last year sometime, maybe a couple years ago. And I was gonna drive this section clear to Pensacola and Destin and that area, but it was way further than I had time to do. So threw it on the bucket list, and here we are. I'm in an RV with the cat, driving the section from Port St. Joe clear up to Gulfport in Alabama. And I am going to be passing through Destin, Panama City, Panama Beach, Pensacola, and assorted other small towns. And what I'm noticing is a wealth of construction here. I don't know if it's because this area has been hit recently. I say recently, probably within the last dozen years, with hurricanes, or just the influx of everybody moving here to Florida. Probably a mixture of both. But most all of the newer places being built, and some of the older ones, are up on stilts, 20 feet off the ground, 15 feet off the ground, enough room to put a boat or your car underneath. And I love the colors too. Pastel colors, turquoise, mint green, salmon. Doing a lot of thinking today, and thus thinking out loud here on the vlog. If I was going to be touring this area looking for a possible place to live, it's quite obvious that driving a cat in a Class C would not be the way to explore. That being said, when I do my Tennessee, North Carolina, Northern Georgia, Virginia, West Virginia, that area, when I do that section, I definitely do not want to be traveling with the cat then, hence not want to be in an RV. If I was in maybe a Class B, maybe a small one, but even then, if I'm going to go to a couple of small towns, maybe get a feel for what it's like, I'm going to want to duck in and out of hotels or hotel area or bed and breakfasts. Small car, zippy car to zip around. It's definitely the way I want to explore that area. I was thinking the other day, I was looking at some stuff possibly about doing an Amtrak in a couple of these states via train. My sister had mentioned that before, and It's funny, I just had an email out of the blue. Kind of did a little bit of research, reading a couple of articles right before I left. But anyway, fifth wheeling or doing a tow behind or any kind of RV really, unless you're going to home base in one area for a while and have access to a small car, it's probably not the best way to explore an area in depth if you're thinking about possibly moving there or relocating there or getting a second home. A lot of obvious rambling going on here. About another 3 hours and 15 minutes. Looks like we have 111 miles to go till Gulfport, Alabama. Not a huge fan of the stop and go driving. All right, here's why a Class C works for me. A little snack on the road, a little quick stop. And the cat's happy. It's looking out the right side of the car. It's kind of like Peanut Island over there by Destin. Very cool. Look at all those boats. There was a ton of buildings back there. As you can see ahead, there's a building. Well, back there must have been like
next light, turn right.
hundreds of buildings, and they all look brand new. It's like they were put up within the last 5 years, freshly painted. So I don't know if a lot of money just poured into this area. There was some repair work after a hurricane.
At the light, turn right onto State Park Road.
Or that's just the nature of what's going on. Now I got to pay attention. I got to make a right-hand turn up here. I'm in Alabama, and we're about 14 minutes away. Took a quick walk across the street. A place called Moe's Landing, I guess. You drop your boats in. I'm in Alabama. So thus begins the timer for my next state. Got to be here for 36 hours, which I will be. I'll be here for probably 42 hours by the time I got here and stay a couple of nights and check out. So I got here and I haven't had any problems with electrical so far. The RVs come with a little surge protector. It tells you if it's wired correctly. And mine said it was until I plugged in the load, and then it said polarity reversed. And what I think it was is it was loose neutral, because I hooked it up to the generator that was on board. The RV worked fine, and then I had a maintenance guy come over on a golf cart, and then he had a buddy come over and they had to get some other tool, and they were measuring it, scratching their heads, eventually got it fixed. Everything's good now. We're checked in. Hold on. Oh man, check that thing out. As he sniffs in a bee. You know what it is? Text in, let us know. I just want to say before I head across this busy street, RVing by yourself's a little strange. You know, you pull in, most of the people there are with families, you know? You don't really find many. I'll talk to you on the other side of the street. Busy street. I don't want to get run over. So yeah, a single middle-aged male by himself, with or without a cat, is kind of an outlier, you know? Most of the people you see here are either, you know, parents, you know, small families, a couple of kids, maybe a couple of high school kids even, with their parents, retired folks together. Every once in a while you see an older guy by themselves, or a older woman, but not at this park. The pool's there, you know, there's a bunch of families. Again, I'm the outlier. Would like to find more people that are traveling like me. I think there's a couple of different RV groups. If I did this more, I'd probably be very active in that, because I would like to meet other people that are, my age, similar, whether, single or just small groups. It's kind of hard to just waltz into a campsite. Hey, what's going on? I'll talk to you inside. I think the AC's on, but yeah, it's on. It's kind of noisy, but I'll talk to you inside. Hey, there's a cat. I'm the outlier here. But the goal for me, again, on this trip here to Mississippi and to Alabama is to really just kind of check the box. Here's my dilemma. I do want to check out, there was a town that I blogged about called New Hope, which is close to here. I got no way to get there. It is on my way to my next campgrounds. I could stop there, walk into the town real quick, check it out. The challenge is I've got no way to AC this unless I lock up the RV in a parking lot across the street or within town, turn the generator on, power up the AC in the unit so the cat's okay, and then check out the town, take a few photos, and then turn the generator off and get back in the RV and hit the road. If I had a trailer, it's got advantages and disadvantages. If I was towing a trailer, then I can't go to the front and then into the back conveniently. A van would be good. Kind of hook it, like right now, I'd say, come on, cat, let's go. I head in and then use the solar for the AC. I don't know, I'm thinking out loud right now and probably not making too much sense in the process. It's hard to be a photographer and travel with a cat and try to write blog articles and try to not stand out like a sore thumb when you're wandering around the campgrounds filming yourself. First world problems. But for now, it's time to cook. I think I'm gonna make some corn on the cob and some hamburgers on my propane grill. How the hell am I gonna cook those chicken wings? I think I might buy a cheap charcoal grill at like Walmart between here and Biloxi. That will be on my plan in 2 days. Bumbling through America, as it were. Another thing, having a small space like this, with a cat, one person, it's, you got to keep it neat. Unlike what I'm doing here. We got corn cooking. From what I can tell on the internet, between 6 and 9 minutes is the perfect time. Some people are saying 20 minutes and they're getting ridiculed on Reddit. We're going with 8 minutes. One burger per pan. Living the life, the RV life. I actually love this part. I love cooking. I love cooking outside. Not much more to say than that. Here's my fridge, by the way. Look at all the stuff I got in there. Pretty well stocked. Here's the freezer. Pretty roomy, Got some frozen chicken breasts in there, chicken wings, some frozen veggies, and some stuff for my smoothies. And one more steak. I think the corn's ready. As he glances out at the burgers, and there's a raccoon chowing. A family of raccoons. The coolest part about seeing an RV arrive or depart, it's just another story, It's another family, another story, another individual, whatever. It's very interesting, actually. Just kind of reflecting as my, I can't believe I'm grilling this way. Let me show you this. You gotta make do, I guess. I'm gonna do a little bit of a post about what all this stuff is here, but a little behind the scenes action. We'll get to that on the next one. This is the storage area. It also opens from the back, and they provide a couple of chairs for you. I rented a table, and I rented this grill here too. I mean, I could have bought one, but I think I didn't have the heat up very high or high enough, so I think we're jamming now. Durango's a nice one. The Puma. And the J-Flight. And the Mini Winnie. I'm out for a late night walk around the campsite. Being lit by a yellow light. Any idea what the sounds are? Some sort of insects. Good morning, man. Oh yeah. My camping cat mug edition. Now, I just sent a text to my brother who sells RVs for a living. Obviously, selling the lifestyle as opposed to selling the product is one of the first things I thought of when I talked to him. When he changed careers a while ago. And that's exactly what he does. And I had sent him a text this morning, and I'm like, you know, one thing I really appreciate is the simplicity of life and the challenges, the simple challenges that maybe you take for granted from day to day. You know, I have a cat in the RV. This is a simple challenge here. I never worry about the cat sneaking out the door. I live in a condo. She has her own space. But here, I don't want to leave the door open. I don't, you know, even when I have the screen door open, I never leave the campsite just having the screen door there. But the simple process of making breakfast, going in and out of the door, you know, making sure she doesn't slip out. Well, she's under a pillow now. She ain't going anywhere. She loves her quiet space. But you know, keeping the place clean, the little small space that I'm living in now, and making breakfast and prepping for breakfast, and you know, just keeping things organized, getting the laptop out to do a couple of blog posts or video uploads, and being aware of the cable that drapes across to the outlet, and you're in the small space, so you gotta, I don't know, just those little things is they're kind of cool. Getting up and just living life in a new space, in a new, somewhat challenging space, but looking for the light. I embrace all that, and I appreciate all that. And the varied locations, you know, from you pull into a new campgrounds, it's, you know, where are you going to go? What are you going to see? Where are you going to go explore? I know I'm rambling, but I guess until you experience it, you're not going to understand what I'm saying. So, well, I guess we'll just finish this conversation, this little chat. I'll check in with you later. Not sure what the hell I'm going to do today, actually. I do appreciate the trees and the shade and the coolness here right now. I don't have this at my campsite. I'm a little in the open. So when I get that, I appreciate it. I think I'll just hang out in this area. Got a little convenience store here. I'm gonna head in. Gotta get a couple of small things. Talk to a human. My dad used to have this list when we used to go out camping and go in the van. We called it the skillets, pots, and utensils list. We kind of laugh about it to this day. So many years ago, 40 years ago, at least. But anyway, I'm not laughing now because although I did a list of some stuff I needed, I'm still missing some stuff. I gotta update my own personal skillets, pots, and utensils list. So this is a Class A here, which is really nice. They're towing a Jeep behind them. Great to have a vehicle like that. It would be ludicrous for me to have something this big, but I think it'd be fun to test out for a week. Just me and the cat. Well, this is a nice spot. Look at the shade. Right by the pool. I haven't seen many Class C's like mine In fact, I've only seen mine in a couple of other ones. Really nice, clean laundry facility here that I went in. Can pay via app or coins. And there's a really nice lady in there asked me if I wanted to stop by their place later. Everybody kind of congregates at their fifth wheeler right around the corner. They started RVing when they were 73 and they love it. You know, one of the things I like about this trip, and I guess RV lifestyle, of course I'm generalizing now, I've been out in an RV for 3 days. At least for me, I have a tendency when I'm in a car, it's kind of like this go attitude, like gotta go, you know, where am I going next, what am I doing next? I've really dialed it back. I think a lot of it has to do with not only because I'm in an RV, but I'm with my cat and I'm in a Class C. And it isn't like, you know, if I wanted to go cruise down, you know, maybe if I didn't have the cat, or probably not actually, because if I decided I wanted to go cruise down, I'm on the mainland side, and there's like intercoastal, and then there's a barrier island. I think it'd be kind of cool to go check out. Number one, I wouldn't be able to park this thing anywhere, I don't think, but I'd have to basically close up shop here. I'd have to pull the electric in, the water, you know, disconnect the sewer line, batten down the hatches here for driving, and then inconvenience the cat to go on the road again. She's kind of like taking a nice nap now. Well, sans cat, it would still be a hassle, which led me to the understanding as I walk around this park here, and I really think about this. If I was going to do this long term, I don't know if the Class C would be good for me for a couple of reasons. Again, cat not included. My particular mode of travel, or my particular love, is landscape photography and running out to locations, exploring, that kind of stuff. Wouldn't be that convenient in something like this. Now, if I was towing a fifth wheel, maybe a small one. In fact, I just watched a couple of videos on them, and I had a little 3/4 ton pickup. I could park that anywhere, and trailheads, you know, whatever. Go out and do my normal thing: sunrises, sunsets, exploring small towns, scenic drives. Or I could get a small Class A and tow a car behind me, or I could get a larger SUV than mine and get a small tow behind. Or I go with a Class B van, which is really easy to drive and park. So there's a lot of things to think about. I don't know. I'm not ready to flick the switch and change my life right this second. Kind of dabbling in it this year as I'm hitting all 50 states and realizing this is a pretty cool way to see some of them, but not optimal. Like, for instance, I want to see New Hope. I don't think I'm going to even get to see it. Ocean Springs in Mississippi, I probably will get to see it. I don't know how close to the campgrounds it is. Maybe I could take an Uber over there, or the golf cart. I'm just getting caught up on some YouTube thumbnails, some descriptions. I'm about to start releasing some of my videos from this series, this 50 at 60. I've got 7 of them done already, and I'm going to start dropping them soon. And that's it. I'm just doing a little bit of RV rambling and kind of brainstorming a bit. It's gorgeous outside, but today is the hottest day since I've been journaling all my travels here so far, and I write down the temperature on every day that I journal in the morning. And today it was in the high, I think it's probably 90 out there now, but it was like 87 degrees or something when I made the entry. And as far as dinner, I think it's going to be chicken. Hey, come on up. Here she comes. What you hearing out there? What you see, man? Look at her. She just woke up after a really long nap under a pillow. I cracked the window open for her. We're up in the loft area. But I'll close it. But she doesn't really love the windows open. But I just cracked this one open. The fan noise in the background. Loud as ever. Alright, she went down here. And I was hanging out up here. And now I don't know where she's at. So it's time for everybody's favorite game. Find them out now. Just tell me somebody went around the corner to eat. Nope. Not here. Nope. There aren't many places in here, but I haven't. Oh, I see a shadow. What you doing on the dashboard, man? He's like, there's all kind of people doing stuff out here. Did you know that, Dad? There's like golf carts, there's kids. Every once in a while there's a dog. What is that? A cobweb? Oh, there you are. Rice pilaf. Some frozen veggies. Cat's napping. Chicken's cooking. What you looking at, man? You watching the pretty colors?
Another thing to keep in mind when RVing or traveling is your location and the time of year. I'm noticing some of these setups have some pretty cool outdoor setups. It's like a Christmas tree. Like semi-permanent furniture, plastic. I saw a full setup back there. It looked like outdoor furniture in a Florida screened-in patio. But are you really going to want to be outside? Like now, I threw on long pants, but I look like an idiot because it's really hot out. Yeah, I don't know if this is a normal thing, but that whole fenced-in area over there is really just RV storage. I guess some of these places offer that. By the way, the cat was watching the sunset, I swear to God, because there was nothing else she could have been looking at. There was no movement, and she was like so focused. I took a bunch of pictures, a couple little clips. It's really cute. She loves looking out the windows now. She's really kind of rolled right into this RV lifestyle with me for the week. I like this style of fifth wheel here. It has the newer kind of rolled front end. That's a trailer there, but some of them are more of a flat front end. I really like that. Alright, so I just walked back and did an unofficial count. Counted on this from where I decided to start till now. It's about 22 RVs. And what was it, about 16 I think were fifth wheelers. The balance were trailers, pull behinds, just standard trailer, not a fifth wheel, except there was one RV that was unique, and that was the Class C, my rental Class C. The only one I saw. There's like another one over in that part of the park. But that's really the only two that I've seen. Anyway, we're going to go and see the cat now. I saw you by the door. Did you hear me talking? Is that why you're by the door? You're normally never by the door. What you doing? She thoroughly enjoyed the sunset, and I enjoyed watching the sunset with her. I'll share a couple of pictures now.